What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKinney, and today I decided to video in here because it's a little rainy outside. But today I want to talk about how I view this life, this lifetime. I view it as, in the Bible, all the, when you read from a literal standpoint, it doesn't make any sense to think, really? All that really happened? And whether it did it or not, I don't interpret it that way. It just didn't resonate. And it's really, the Bible is symbolic of, the stories are symbolic. But how I take it as truth is the literal, that the Bible is a story about us. Literally. Now, disagree with me if you want on that. But that's how it was intended for it to be. The mystics knew it. The ancients knew it. I believe deep knowing that there's got to be more than just this surfacey level of the Bible. And it's a really beautiful way to look at it when you look at it from a mystical standpoint. I also look at, as us as characters in the Bible, and I'm not trying to get all religious. I'm literally looking as a game. I'm literally looking as a game of life, that we are the characters of the game, and we are we affect each other with our thoughts, with our collective thoughts. So, and then we're all linked together to the ultimate source, God, subconscious mind. And say, for example, if someone was on the other side of the world and I'm here in the U.S. and they're on the other side of the world, if I think about them deeply, that person, if I desire to be with them or something, I'm just speaking hypothetically now. Even during, pandemics or whatever, if I hold that desire as if I'm already with that person, somehow, some way, we're both going to meet up. How? Don't question it. The power within your subconscious mind will take care of it. Take care of the in-between, the how and when. But it's your job to select the reality of what you want by assuming it as if you're already in that state of consciousness. Everything's just consciousness, guys. Everything. You watching this video right now, this is your state of consciousness by tuning in to me, by listening to this video. There are no accidents in this universe. And also, like when it comes to, I think of a scene in the Polar Express movie where one of the kids, I think, lost their ticket, and it just went off the train. Somehow, some way, that kid knew they're gonna get the ticket back, and it eventually showed up. Where it's just like, how is it even possible the tickets can come back? It's the power of faith that everything's gonna work out. Same with our lives, guys. You never know the next outcome. When you live faithfully by the divine law, this divine law, it requires faith, a deep-seated faith within yourself, that everything's working out in your favor. Even though it appears there's no evidence, even if there's even if it's opposite looking of what you're intending, hold to that faith, persist in it, approach it gently, And I'm not saying, don't get this twisted. I'm not saying to quit your job or anything. I've said that several times already. Don't quit your job. Don't do any of this radical stuff. If it does not resonate with you to take those extremes, do not do that. Now you can, but I highly recommend do not quit a job or anything like that. Unless if you're like, okay, I'm just going to put all my faith in the invisible. Many people are not going to do that. We're going to approach this in a way where we're certain that we're okay. We're not gonna take those extreme paths. But my point is that we're all thinking on a different frequency. We're all thinking from a different state of consciousness, but we're all linked to the same ultimate superconsciousness or subconscious. And people act, people you run into, even though little things, I pay attention to the little things. Even though it doesn't seem like out of the blue kind of things, realize those little things, the more you pay attention to little things and to keep your mindset on the end goals, if you already got it, you're going to eventually experience that. How do I know? Like I said, I don't know. My ego self does not know. It can only select the reality I would desire to live in. And then the subconscious goes straight to the subconscious. And whether I have like a deep inspired action, or if a certain phone call from someone like this person wants to talk to you, and then it'll lead to your manifestation. No one knows. This is what's so cool about manifesting deliberately. And I literally know that we are characters of the Bible. And I'm speaking from a mystical standpoint, not history or anything like that. All symbolic. The story, like you read the stories out there, and they're just they're not telling you it's like maybe extreme athleticism or something. It's not like that's not what clicks with people. The underlying meaning behind those, the symbology behind those stories, that's what people connect with. And when you think from the Bible from a mystical, symbolic standpoint, you will realize that, wow, I can think for myself. I don't have to worry about any dogma or any kind of orthodox or anything like that. You have the ability to think for yourself. And thinking for yourself is very powerful. It may not seem like it, but how you think as if you are the person. You may not think that's that powerful, but when you hold in that faith, inevitably it's going to show up and realize, wow, my thoughts are very powerful. Our thoughts can literally heal. Or if we're sick and we're desirous of health, and you stick with it, you're going to get health. Or money, if you're in desperate money situation, and you desire enough money, and to think, okay, everything's okay, you're going to inevitably express that in your life. It's how we think, guys. The leaders of the world knew that there's power in thinking as if there are the person they desire to be. So I hope this video helps. And, I'm not telling you to believe anything I say. I want you to think for yourself. This is why I'm making this video. I want you to think for yourself and become the master of this game of life. I bless you all and happy manifesting.